Good morning. We're out here at Loser Farms this morning. It's butchering day for our Cornish Cross chickens. So we've raised these. These are about going on probably 9-10 weeks old. As you can see, some of them are various sizes. I did get mixed run. So some of them are bigger than the other ones. So we're probably just going to butcher some of the biggest ones today. So this is my trampoline setup chicken pen. I'm going to make a video on that later to kind of show how I went about that, but I just wanted to show some of the setup and stuff of what we're doing today. We was going to get an automatic chicken plucker and rent it. A lot of times you can rent those. People rent them like for a day or a weekend or something. So if you're interested in doing this and you don't want to buy one, you can always look around Marketplace or something like that. So kind of I was just going to show the process from start to finish, how we're going, what the setup I use. So I'm not using killing cones. I'm actually just using reusable shopping bags and putting a little hole in the bottom for their heads to go through. This is kind of the killing station. We've got a bucket for the blood to drain in, and I just use these little clamps. You can get these from Harbor Freight or anywhere. And you pretty much just put the chicken in the bag. I kind of like to roll it up a little bit, and this doesn't bruise. It shouldn't like bruise the meat or anything, and the chicken shouldn't flop out. They're kind of a little softer on the birds. And these are just some old ones we had. They're like $1 at Dollar General. You can use, Walmart bag. You could probably use a small kid's t-shirt. I just didn't really like the visual aesthetics of that, but it would work if you want to pick up some of those from the thrift store. We have a plethora of Firehouse buckets today, as you can see. I'm a big proponent of those. You can pick up the lids and the buckets at Firehouse. They're not sponsoring this video by any means, but a lot of times for $3 you can get a lid and a bucket, so I use these quite a bit out here on the farm. But going from the killing station, I have just a turkey fryer set up. You can do a quick Google search and it'll tell you the temperature and the amount of time that you want to dunk a chicken just to scald it. So we've got some we're going to skin and some we're going to scald and do whole birds. But typically we go from there to here. We cut the head off, dunk it in the fish fryer, kind of scald them so that we can get the feathers off easy. And we got this gorilla cart set up just to kind of put a lot of the feathers in. From there, they're going to go to this station right here, and we do suggest putting some kind of shade up, just if you have inclement weather, or if you have, just heat or sun or rain or whatever. Gives you a little bit better working conditions. This is just, I've got just my Gerber hunting knife, a large cutting block that was my grandfather's, and this is going to be where we eviscerate, where we get all the guts and stuff out of the inside, and from there they're going to go to this table. So this is kind of where we're going to process them a little bit more. So the whole birds, honestly, we're probably just going to kind of wash and clean up a little bit here. So this, I actually picked this up off of Amazon. I could probably add the link in the video. I can't remember the price. It wasn't that much. I think it's like 50-60 bucks. This is actually a fish filleting table, but I figured it would work perfect for this as well. Want to have some cooler full of ice. Do always recommend having that on hand. Once you get your birds processed, you want to put them. So I've got one. I'm going to kind of combine these and some other ones, but we just got one full of ice, one full of cold clean water, and we're actually going to use some of these clean Firehouse buckets because these were actually pickle buckets. So we're probably going to put just a block of ice and a chicken or two in some of them as well, just to get them processed. I know it's kind of windy out here, but I was just going to show. This is kind of just a setup we've got. It's just for real outside, stuff. But we've got paper towels, hand wash station, Dawn, that. So this is more pack. These are the bags I bought just for processing, and I can stick the link in that video too. But essentially, these are just heat shrink bags. I got the bigger ones. You can always use the bigger ones on small birds, but it's really hard sometimes to use the smaller ones on big birds if you can't get them stuffed in there to fit. Also, we're gonna cut some up and package some of drumsticks and chicken breast and stuff with these too, so you can still use these even if you're not doing whole birds. So just know that is kind of an option that you can do too, that you don't have to necessarily process them as whole birds. We're going to do a mixture of both because honestly that's how me and my wife like to cook and prepare, and that's what we buy from the store, so that's what we're going to kind of go with. But as always, stay safe out there. Have a great day. Thank you.